Willie D Live.
Dun, dun, dun. Mark Curry.
There we go.
What's up, fam?
Willie, I would expect a better intro, at least or something. My God, boom, boom, or something. You know, I need a beat now.
We'll add it later.
It's an honor to be here with you. I just want to let you know, I grew up on you. That's the crazy thing, and you don't know the influence of you on me. So it's beautiful to be here with you because you are a legend always.
Thank you, man.
That's the truth. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's,
Appreciate
you. And I saw you yesterday, and you walked up to me. I said, wow, this dude's a legend. You always will be a legend. So you a legend, so I grew up on your music. When I grew up, that's all I listened to.
Yeah.
All.
Yeah.
I don't know how, that's all we listened to. It wasn't that much music out there.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to say you are a legend too. I think you had the same jacket on in the album.
Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think was that the same album? No, in the back.
I wish I had that jacket from that album.
Really?
Oh man, it'd be worth so much money, man.
And listen, I have all my memorabilia from Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
The first time I was on Mr. Cooper, I got the jacket. I have the blazer.
Yeah.
I kept everything. I always kept
Wow.
everything because I'm 6'6", so I had nobody to give it to.
Right.
When you this tall, you can't hand me down no big old jacket, and no thank you. Ain't nobody that tall, so I still got all the clothes I have.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. When you, speaking of being 6'6", was there any pressure to actually be a basketball player?
Of course, when you grow up in the ghetto, there's always a pressure to be a basketball player because that's all they give you is the basketball courts and the streets.
Right.
They block the schools off with penitentiary fences, so they want you to play basketball. So, of course, I wanted to play basketball, but as a young G in the game in East Oakland, you had to make decisions quick. So I realized that wasn't my game. But I could play that game to succeed, to do what I need to do. But it was some boys that was 6'8", Guy Williams, he's 6'8", starting for USF. He didn't make the pro. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So they had, no offense to Guy Williams, but he was incredible. I think he got hurt. But, I would play ball, and I knew I wasn't as good as these guys. So my pipe dream wasn't that dream, believe it or not. I love ball, but I knew it wasn't going to take me to where I needed to go.
Right.
But I looked the part. I loved playing it. And so I quit my college team. I quit because I said, no, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. So people don't even know I quit my college team. I said, fuck that. I need to go and do what I need to do because it ain't helping me.
Did you go to college on a scholarship? Or?
Well, they wanted me for Phi Slamma Jamma, U of H, and I turned them down. When Elijah Wan and Clyde Drexler claimed me, and I said no, they wanted me as point guard. I'm lying, people.
I was about to say, man, where did this story come from?
No, they wanted me. So no, I quit. Like I said, I knew that wasn't my dream. So I saw all the dudes that were doing the NBA, that going overseas. I said I ain't going overseas for $30,000. I can make that on the street in East Oakland in 1 week. So no. So I stayed in Oakland, and I had another dream. It was comedy. And that was a dream that was the dream deferred because no one was doing comedy at the time. But I felt that's what I wanted to do. It was basketball. It's so funny you say that because the coach on my college team thought I was too funny. He said, you're not serious. You're not serious, But this is who I was, so bam.
But you wasn't the always jokey. Was you the jokey guy? Like what's that guy that used to play for the Lakers name? The big guy, Howard? Jawan, is it? What is it? Howard something.
He's
Howard. Last name Howard.
Yeah, he's weak, so he's a 7-footer.
Dwayne
He's
Howard.
weak. You don't remember his name
Dwayne?
because he's weak.
I think that guy.
Yeah, he jokes a lot.
He play too much, man.
No, he's just a youngster. That's his personality. Dwight Howard.
Yeah, okay, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that dude, I just felt like he had like immense potential, man, but it seemed like he squandered it because he didn't take the game seriously.
I don't know what happened. I look at that, I don't want to talk about him, but might as well. In Orlando, when he came in, he was a top player. He took him to the playoffs, if you remember. And then he went to the Lakers and the other teams, and, remember Kobe called him soft.
Yeah.
So when Kobe called you soft, then,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Kobe is a lot like me. I just want you to give me everything you got, no excuses. If you give me everything you got, I told my son that my son played football in high school, and You know, his team, boy, they was sorry than a mother. I'm talking
Right.
about one of the sorriest teams in the history of football.
Right.
And it's because these kids had no motivation to be grimy and win. And
Right.
I mean, they had no motivation to just put it all out on the line.
Right. Right.
Because they were already set. They wasn't trying to make it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they was just playing football to just say, you know, get their little football picture.
Right.
Pictures, you know,
Yeah.
on the mantle or whatever.
Right.
But I told my son, I said, listen, man, you know, these guys, they're not serious about being out here.
Right.
I say, but I need you to be serious, and I need you to give me everything you got.
That's right.
Every single play, every single game, and you'll never hear a complaint from me.
Right. Right.
Just give me everything you got because you got my last name.
Right,
You know,
that's
like,
right.
You part of my legacy, bro. And I said, I ain't getting down like that.
Right. That's beautiful.
And,
You're right.
and he went out there. That boy gave me everything that he had, every single play. Hustle. Every single play. You could barely even touch him. The ball was moving so damn fast. You
Right.
could barely touch him. But yeah,
That's
you know
what it's about.
that is it is a remarkable thing to be able to actually play sports and then transition to other things, because so many athletes out there, they get stuck on that one thing and they can't pivot,
Right.
and they end up like going into a dark place.
Right.
I want to go all the way back to Oakland, man, because first of all, shout out to Oakland. You guys have always supported us.
We loved you.
We got family in Oakland.
Yeah,
You know,
we loved
all you guys, man, Short, Sway,
Yeah. We love we
E40 and the whole
bumped
crew,
you.
the clique, you know.
You was fifth in the
Yeah.
rotation.
Yeah.
Because you sounded like us.
Right.
You know. You was, you know.
Yeah,
Early.
Oakland, man. Man, how was it growing up in Oakland?
How was it growing
In
up
your
in Oakland?
household.
In my household.
And coming from a family of nine.
Eight.
You're the
Baby
youngest.
of 8. Baby of 8 kids.
You're the baby of 8.
Yeah. Baby of 8 and 2-bedroom house.
Wow.
Deal with that.
Were
Baby of
y'all
8.
all in the same house at the same time?
All in the same house, all at the same time, and that's where I got my comedic skills for survival. You know, everybody. I wasn't the funniest one in my house. You know, we had a funny house, so here you are, a ghetto house, and we're growing up, and you know, we I don't want to say we were poor, but we always had food. We always had heat. We only had 2 heaters, but it was on. We only had 1 heater in the front, 1 heater in the back. I'm listening to this. It sounds like we grew up in rural Mississippi or something. I'm like, wow, we had 1 heater in the front of the house and 1 heater in the back. So before you get on the bus, you had to get on that front heater and then run out. You know? Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, you know, 2-bedroom house, 8 kids. So, you know, you had to pick a bed. My brother be in bed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon just to get a bed. Just you know, it's my bed. If not, you didn't have a bed. I never had a bed. I didn't have a bed till my sisters moved out. I didn't have a bed till I was about 16.
Yeah.
Because I just had to jump beds.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I never really said that. That is so funny. That's so funny. That's crazy. 1018 73rd Avenue, baby.
Was you raised with your father in the house?
Yeah. I was the only one on my block in a 10-block radius with a daddy at home. Why in the hell I have to have a daddy at home? Damn, I was like, damn, why I gotta have a daddy at home? Everybody could do what they want to do. 7 o'clock, that light came on, clack, clack.
Right.
Hey, it was time to go. You hear that whistle? I was the only one with a daddy at home. So therefore, I didn't realize this till later on in life, talking to, you know, my homeboys, D-boys, and my father was the father of all of them.
Right.
And I didn't know that. He said, man, we be doing something grimy. Your father come by and said, what you gonna do when they come for you? And so, you know, so he was really the dad for everybody. I never knew that.
It's community dad.
Community dad. So I was the only one with a father at home in the ghetto. I think, you know, that's crazy. That is so crazy. And I was the only one with a father at home. So when I left, I had a daddy. I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't doing drinking, nothing. You know, my daddy had a motion detector light in the living room. You come in, bam, bam, where you been, boy?
Yeah.
You know, so it was growing up. So I had a 2-parent home growing up, and I went to Catholic school. Because my mom was trying to get me from the hood, so she sent me to Catholic school. And so here I am, ghetto boy, in Catholic school, living in the hood, and so it was. I think the church kind of saved me because I ended up working for the church. I was an altar boy. I ended up working for the church on that summer program. They was giving me money, and so I came, and I don't know, I was blessed. The Lord blessed me, to survive, really, because so many guys didn't make it, and I was blessed. I don't know what my light was, my ambition, but, I had a different light. And so, I knew what I wanted to do in the turmoil of everything that they gave us at the ghetto, because the ghetto gave us so much, devices. You walk to school, and I remember seeing them cool cigarette ads or 40-ounce ads. I remember I had to walk by a liquor store to go to school. You had to walk by a liquor store. And so you think about all that. You think about, I survived government cheese. I survived, all these shootings, police shootings, all this, and I survived, and I became, somebody out that house. So that's deep. And I never really think about that, but because a lot of boys in San Quentin in the penitentiary right now over some crazy stuff, and here I was the light, and I had a light, and I survived it. I don't know how I did it.
Did you feel the love at the time in your household? Did you feel like, as a kid, did you feel loved?
Yeah, that's deep. Not from the pops. Pop's relationship was deep because fathers then, love wasn't, it wasn't about that. It was about
love was provide and protect.
Yeah, but my mother gave me a lot of love. And then I had love from my sisters and brothers. So, yeah, my mom's gave me a lot of love. And she was the main piece to keep me going, keep me calm, situations, when I first started doing comedy, I was clean and fresh because she would come to my shows. So I couldn't be talking about, all this craziness. So when I first started out, people said, "You're a clean comedian." So I said, "No, nigga, my mama come to every show." My mama come to every show, so... And so, yeah, it was definitely the love in the house.
Yeah. Let's go back to East Oakland Youth Development Center.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that like? I went to the boys' club. That's why
I got into a fight.
My refuge.
The boys' club. Walked into the boys' club in East Oakland first day. Niggas was on one. We got into a fight the first fucking day. I never went back to that.
And what was this fight over?
Where I'm from. Where you from, homie? Where you from, homie? I think we were from 73rd, and they were in the 80s and the 90s. They was running the boys' club. Like, what? We went in there. So I would have to go to the white boys' club way in San Leandro to avoid funk.
Yeah.
Then they opened up the youth centers, and that youth center was cool. And that, so that I went in there. I was like, okay, this is cool. And so I've spent many a nights or days in there playing basketball, just chilling out, so that youth development center was big, and I was able to come back, after Mr. Cooper, come back and serve it, just with my time. I would go back in there and just, be with the kids from the ghetto, let them know I'm a ghetto boy too. You can do any damn thing that you want to do against all odds. Just my presence. I wasn't trying to preach, just the presence of me showing up with a nice whip, still being who I am, and we had a basketball tournament that was incredible. Our tournament turned out, Damon Leonard played my tournament. We had a lot of guys, play in my tournament, which was incredible. So I gave them back a tournament, and my biggest thing was to give them big trophies. We gave them big-ass trophies because I wanted them to go home with something. I ain't never won a trophy in my life. I had never won a trophy. And I was like, man, so everybody, we fed them and gave them a big-ass trophy. So we gave them hope. That's all I could do is give you a little hope, baby.
Do you ever go back to your old school, St. Joseph?
Yeah, that's a white community. I get robbed and I get arrested. Shit. Hell no.
Are they affiliated with Notre Dame? Because it's St. Joseph, Notre Dame.
It's St. Joseph, Notre Dame. Notre Dame I went to all boys school, Catholic, and the girls was next door. So that sounded like a long time ago. So I went to a school, the girls was next door. We didn't interact with the girls. And so but the school taught me so much. It was a very rigid Catholic school. It was about that education, and it taught me, how to bubble in education. Because a punk-ass coach cut me in the 10th grade, bitch-ass motherfucker. And he dead now, but he still, you know.
Now that's the more Curry I know.
Yeah, bitch ass motherfucker cut me in the 10th grade. I thought it was the end of the world, but it was a revelation that who I was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, because I learned. I said, you know, I learned how to educate myself once I got cut. You know, so I said, okay, he gonna cut me. Okay, it was a different motivation. It spent me to a different motivation.
Man, you just said. You said you call your coach a bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
That sequence of words seems like one of your favorites. It seems like one of your go-tos because you said that about Steve Harvey.
Bitch ass motherfucker?
Yeah.
Well, if you was a bitch ass motherfucker, you know you was a bitch ass motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucker is a certain type of motherfucker. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. You from the hood. You know what I mean? If I say you was a bitch ass motherfucker, you know, I mean, you just, you know, you ain't, you know, I have to explain that.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever had to, like, get into it with somebody? You use those words. Those are fighting words.
No, I don't fight nobody.
You don't have to fight.
I tell these motherfuckers, you's a bitch ass motherfucker. That don't mean I gotta fight you. He gonna say, what'd you say? I'm gonna say, motherfucker, you heard what I said. And that's it. I ain't fighting you. If I fight you, if I see you, I'm gonna walk up and knock you the fuck out. I don't have to talk and all that bullshit. I don't do that talking.
Okay.
You know, walk up and knock you the fuck out.
So you saying that
Will Smith did it wrong. Will, you know.
You wouldn't have accepted the slap. That's what you're saying.
Nigga, please. First of all, ain't no man gonna walk up on me. You feel me? Ain't no man walking up on me and saying things anyway. You feel me?
But okay. Let's be realistic here.
Mm-hmm.
A man could temporarily lose his mind and walk up to you and say something reckless. You can't control that.
Yeah, you can't control that.
What you do after
But he walked up to him and hit him and then said, see, that he don't got that ghetto in him. Will ain't got that ghetto in him. You supposed to say it while you hitting the motherfucker. Keep my motherfucker right out your mouth. And he hit the motherfucker. He didn't even, his ear was still ringing. He didn't hear nothing he said. He just said, nominees. You gotta let him know before.
How often did you fight in the neighborhood when growing up?
In my neighborhood?
Yeah.
You know, that's funny. Because we didn't fight. We really didn't fight. I didn't fight. I used my comedic skills to get out of these altercations. I mean, you know, that's true. It sounds funny, but this is a true story. I remember the dudes had me down, and I said something funny. My mama got chicken or something. And they said, what'd he say? And they just did what you did. They started laughing, and I ran. And I learned that mechanism. I remember I was in front of Tolan's liquor store, and the dudes from 6'9" had me down, and I used that mechanism. And that's a true story. I remember that distinctly. I was in Catholic school. They had me down. I said, my mama got some chicken cooking or something. Like, they were, what'd he say? Yeah. And I got out of there.
If somebody fights you and they talk to you while they're fighting you, they're serious. Like you really pissed them off.
That's what I'm saying. Will Smith did it wrong. He said what he said after he hit the dude. You say what you say before you hit him. Keep him, then pop.
In any event, it was effective.
It was effective.
The slap was effective because, man, that thing is going to be around forever. They probably have the 100-year anniversary of the slap.
It go down in infamy for the rest of life. It's infamy for life.
I don't even know how you can get somebody back for that. The only thing you could possibly do is slap them on the Oscars, like at the Oscars.
No. You go to their door. You go up, do their door, and slap the shit out of them and leave.
Well, actually, I think that if somebody slap you, you got to do more than slap them. For example, so you know, to me, slapping a man,
is degrading.
It's probably more disrespectful than spitting on a man or kicking a man. Yeah. Slapping a man, that means you're a bitch.
Yeah.
That, when you slap a man, that's in your mind. You slapping him because you feel like he's a bitch.
Exactly.
Right? So just the thought of somebody slapping me and having that going through their mind, thinking that's what I am, I got to show them something different. So,
well, can you show them after a slap? A kick?
Yeah, well, you could show them the morgue.
Yeah.
You know, you could show
them. You don't have to show them that. You don't.
You know, like.
Not for a slap. Not for a slap.
But here's the thing.
Not for a slap.
Here's the thing, Mark.
You know,
when somebody put their hands on you, you can't control how they respond. Like I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would have done in that situation, in that exact moment. I don't know exactly what I would have done if I was Will or Chris.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I agree with you because this is you had an event that's like, you didn't know what to do for a minute.
Yeah.
Huh?
This has been nationally broadcasted.
Right.
But I do know if somebody would have slapped me, I don't care. Man, I could be in heaven getting ready to go through the gate.
Right.
If somebody slapped me, they ass, I'm finna get dead on their ass, bro. And I'm gonna be on them so, you know how you have to try to claw a German Shepherd off somebody and they biting? It's gonna be like that.
I think that the shock was such of a shock. I think it just threw everything off.
It's totally threw me off because, you know,
I thought it was fake. I thought it was fake.
I like Will. You know what I'm saying? Will has always been a good dude, and Will has put the work in, and Chris has too. You know,
they both put work in.
These guys have, you know, they're on a different level.
Right.
And so you might expect, you know, one of the little new Instagram comedians or something to get into a squabble.
Right.
But you don't even expect, even people like you know what I'm saying, on your level, with your iconic status, nobody expect a Mark Curry to be fighting anywhere.
Right.
You know,
You'll never see me fight.
Use your...
Yeah. You'll never see me. When you saw me on that tape in the lobby, you know, when they had me in the lobby.
Colorado Springs.
That's why I was calm because I knew if, as a black man, if I raised my voice in any type of way, they was going to use that. That's why I was calm. And if I needed to knock them motherfuckers out, 1-2, and you're toothless.
Right.
You know, so I wasn't worried about, you know, I don't know if they had weapons. I was trying to be calm to de-escalate as a black man. Look at this situation that happened in Memphis. You know, you got to de-escalate. You got to, you know, with all this, they want you to flinch. Right. Put your arm back. They put you flinch. You flinch up. That's it. You know. So I just try to be calm as an OG in these situations.
I think you did a remarkable job in handling that situation. When it first happened, though, when it was happening to you, you've heard about all of these stories all over the country. But when it was happening to you, what are you feeling in that exact moment?
You know, as a learned man, as a man who knows my history, as a man who knows how they gonna come at you, how they come at you, how they feel about you, how they think about you, then it was less impactful for me. I knew what was happening, so I knew the situation. That's why I turned the camera on. That's why I was calm. I knew what was going down. I said, let me, record this. Just so they understand that to me, it felt like Jim Crow laws in the 50s, 60s, where a black man, not only does a black man ask if he's in this hotel, but the janitor felt that he had the authority to check me. Bitch. I started to say, no, I don't have a room at this hotel, motherfucker. I got a suite, bitch. But I didn't say that. You know, I just let them have their way because I know that if I would have said goddamn or anything, then I'm a black man cursing in the lobby, and they're gonna come a different way. So that's why I was very calm, and it took a little bit of my masculinity out. It's like, oh man, I left the hotel. I went to a Motel 6 because they don't got lobbies. So I go to motels now. I don't stay in hotels. No, Jesus. But you know, I felt my humanity was being taken, but then I was also learned to understand, just chill, boy, don't even flip off this. But it did affect me. Here the janitor is asking me, where did the authority, where did he felt that he had the authority to jam me up? Motherfucker, what? The janitor. So, you know, just let you know the state of America today.
Who was that black guy who was co-signing for him?
I don't know.
What was his job?
I
don't know what his job was?
They walked up on me, and they never identified themselves. They didn't have nothing. So I was like in the situation, all right, motherfucker, what's up? You know, I checked my exits. I see where they were. I saw who's gonna get it first. You know, and so they look like a cartoon to me. Look like Meth Man and his sidekick Wonder Boy. or some shit. It might like a cartoon. Them motherfuckers did some math. Let's go, sidekick boy, and let's go arrest some people.
Yeah.
So it was a weird situation. I ended up leaving the hotel, and so, and the hotel never called me back. No, they never said they're sorry, never said nothing. And it's a black woman on the board. So it's just a race. And they have black owners of that hotel.
Really?
So, yeah. They have.
What's the name of that hotel?
What is the Wyndham?
The Wyndham something.
Yeah, the Wyndham in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And I'll never go to Colorado Springs, but wait till Deion Sanders. If Mr. Cooper can't be in the lobby, wait till they see prime time in the lobby.
I wish Deion all the best, but I know, bro. I know. Deion is a stand-up type dude. He gonna say what he feel.
Right.
He's a very vocal person. He's passionate, and a black man being all of that is not acceptable in the United States of America. From a particular segment of society, you get in that space and you do that, they're gonna try to figure out a way to punish you.
I think that if he wins, they will accept him. If he loses, they will degrade
He's
him.
gonna win, but the problem is that he has to be perfect.
Yeah.
You see, he has to be perfect, and he doesn't get a chance to tell off one of these racist ass people who are just hating just to be hating,
Right.
or who feels offended that they ran the ball instead of throwing the ball on fourth down.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because people are who they are.
Right.
In Colorado Springs and Colorado, all of that
Right.
is like, it really represents, what the fabric of this country.
Exactly.
It's made of.
It lets you know. It just
Yeah.
lets you know. Just the fact that a janitor, and this is a 5-star hotel, would talk to a customer. You're not even supposed to talk to me.
Yeah, and that's true. That's true. And some people may see that as condescending, think of that as condescending, but it's not, because think about your own experiences in life. How many times have you been to the hotel and even seen a janitor?
Exactly.
Exactly. You don't communicate with janitors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you let you know the fabric of America today. That this is 2023, and we're still, you tell me it's 2023 and a black man is still jammed up in the lobby of a hotel. Mm-hmm. Just let you know. And as a historian, immediately I went back to Jim Crow law. So I looked at it as a situation. Mark, you went back to 1959 and you experienced it.
It's crazy, man, because, societies are supposed to go forward.
Right.
And America just seems like it just can't get right.
It can't get right.
Can't get right.
But people don't realize that slavery was 400 years. So it takes time. That was a long, long, long time. People don't realize the impact of that was so long. That's generations and generations and generations. And that generation is still thinking like that in America. Mm-hmm. You go fly a plane. When have you seen a black pilot? To this day, god damn, you don't see a black pilot. You go to Disneyland, you can't see a black princess in Disneyland. You can spend them tickets cost $800. I still can't see a black princess. I took my daughter to the parade. They said, Daddy, where the black princesses? I think they up in the tower making the dresses for the white ones. I don't know. I mean, you see this in America. You go look in America, and you say, "Wow!" You see, she's the first black. These political things, the first black mayor.
I can't stand that shit.
You be like, "What?" In 93 years, like, "What?" She's the first black. What? And you look at the timeline. You say, "Well, what? Wow! Amazing."
I can't stand that first black this, first black that. I just don't like. Let's just do it, man.
I like it. I like to see it because I like to.
accomplishment.
You know why? Well, I like to see it because you say, "Damn." I can't remember some lady just something happened. You're like, "Damn, how many?" This 2023 and they never had a black. wow, it's just amazing. And that's what our youth need to see, and that's what people need to see. Look at timelines and look our advancements and see how much money have blacks spent economy on airlines. We spend more money on entertainment or airline tickets than anybody. We can't get a black pilot. Damn.
Well, I've seen a few black pilots.
Okay, but you ain't seen.
Not many.
There you go. You see them, they don't want to talk to you. I ain't got no upgrades or nothing. Leave me alone now.
Yeah, but they don't talk at all, though. Pilots don't typically talk. They just kind of like get in there and do what they got to do.
Right. But you see a black, you want to say, oh, hey, brother, how you doing?
Want to say, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, they don't like that. Go on. I ain't got no upgrades or nothing now. Leave me alone now. Come on now. I'm retired in 3 months. Let this happen. Because, a black pilot would have had a pistol. You know that. You know a black pilot gonna have. My father carried a black pilot would have a pistol. Close that goddamn door. I ain't gonna miss my grandson's birthday. Close that door.
What did your father do?
My father was an engineer at Naval Air Station for like 50 years. Mm-hmm. Steady man. And when he retired, they got a pen. Mm. He said, shit, I stole them already. So he was in World War II. He came from Louisiana to San Francisco. From San Francisco, they went straight to the Aleutian Islands. And I looked up the ship that my father left in World War II, 1942. So I asked him the ship. And so I looked that ship up. And that ship was still in service. He looked at that ship for 50 years because there was a ship that was sitting there. It was a service ship. That's the same ship that took him to the Aleutian Islands in 1942. And so he worked there for 50 years and took care of the family. So after he came back from World War II, a lot of people, that's where Oakland came from. A lot of the servicemen came to Oakland. He stayed there, met my mom, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and what did your mom do?
Mom was just a housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 kids.
That makes sense. I was like, oh no, who's gonna take care of all these kids? It's probably more feasible for her to just stay home.
Yeah, stay at home
instead of going to work, because she'd be giving all the money back trying to
exactly. And we needed
babysitters.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't never had no babysitter. We never had babysitters in my life, and so that's and they stayed married for like 55 years.
Yeah,
it was like whoa. They were together. They would argue, talk. Do you want to eat? Yeah, woman, I want to eat. Oh, yes, I want to eat. Oh, my God. You don't think I want to eat? You just asked me that I want to eat just 5 minutes ago, and now you're saying, do I want to eat? Oh, my God.
When they raised you, did you ever have conversations with your parents, like, as far as life? Like, not you did this, you did that, or go do this or do that. I'm talking about sitting you down and, like, this is life. Then this is how you should conduct yourself as a young man.
No. It's really on my mom. My mom gave the validity. My mom was the one who taught me everything. My father didn't really, teach me too much. He would say little things, all right now, if he saw it slipping, all right now, what you gonna do when they come for you? That's all he would say.
Well, I think your father taught you the value of hard work and commitment and loyalty.
Yes, exactly. Because he was loyal, he was deep, he was on, he did what he's supposed to do on time, all that, saved his money. He did. He worked on all the cars himself. He did everything. Didn't want no other man to help us. So he did. You right. He was steady.
Right.
He had to be. Because you could get fired from your job at that time, and they didn't have no HR and shit. You just got fired. Mm-hmm. So you understand the father, then you got to understand the humility that he had to come home with. You don't know what he was feeling.
Right.
You don't know how that white man talked to him at work. You don't know how that police talked to him and they pulled him over. You don't know how he went to the store and they called him boy and nothing he can do, and the frustration of a black man at that time. Then you come home to your kids and, psychologically, you don't know how to take that out. You got society on you. You're dealing with financial. At any time it could be gone. Then you come home, you deal with your kids, and, you're dealing with your father teaching you how he grew up. My father grew up poor. Like, motherfucker, do it. We ain't, it is what it is, And so he taught me that. But he bought me everything. My daddy bought me everything. Like, I had a motorcycle at 16. I had, I had everything. I had everything I ever wanted. You know, I was a ghetto boy, but I had a motorcycle at 16, which was incredible. I had a bike. I had a 5-speed purple bicycle, which was probably one of the biggest things I've ever got in my life, was that 5-speed bicycle, because it was a chance for me to get out the ghetto. A fucking bike. I was like, shit, I was riding that motherfucker like a motorcycle. And I still have that bike. I still have the bike. I still have it. I still have everything that I ever have in my life. I still have that motorcycle. I still have my first truck that I ever bought. All the cars I ever bought. I still have everything that I ever bought. Still have it.
Interesting.
Everything.
That is very interesting.
Yes, I still have my bicycle that meant so much to me. 5-speed, purple, 5-speed. Took me out the ghetto. Really, I still have it. Then I got a motorcycle at 16. Reason I didn't get a dirt bike, because I was 6'4" and shit. So I had to get a man motorcycle because I looked like a kid. So I still got that motorcycle. I got a Volkswagen. First Volkswagen, I still own it. Then I got an 87 Dodge Raider. When I first started doing comedy in 1987, I still got the Dodge Raider. Mr. Cooper, I walked on Martin Luther King's birthday and said, give me a black-on-black Mercedes drop-top, motherfuckers. Martin Luther King birthday, paying cash for this bitch right now. And give me a black man. So I found the first black salesman, give me a black-on-black drop-top Mercedes on Martin Luther King birthday.
And a black salesman.
And a black salesman. Walked in that bitch, took me 15 minutes. Yeah, they was there. I said, motherfuckers, cash, bitch. How long? It's not going to take I don't need no fine. And I remember there was the white lady. I said, I don't need all this shit, bitch. I got cash. Let's get this done. 15, 20 minutes, let's go. They were, and bam, I still got that car.
Is cash still king to you? How important is credit?
Credit is very important. Credit is very important.
Do you value it more than you value cash now?
No. I'm a ghetto nigga. I believe all you need is cash and ammunition. That's what OG told me. That's all you need is cash and ammunition. You can survive anything. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
OG told me that. Lonnie Bates. OG, one of my guys I looked up to.
Yeah.
He told me that all you need is cash and ammunition.
I say cash, ammunition, and some common sense.
You just need cash and that common sense will come to you in the situation.
You had mentioned your father and the struggles that he had, raising 8 kids and holding down a home.
He never saw me do Mr. Cooper, my father. And the first time he ever saw me perform was when I did Jamie Foxx. When I did the Jamie Foxx episode where I was a drill sergeant. The reason I performed like that, and the reason I did that, never told nobody, because my daddy was there. That was the first time. It was my daddy's birthday. And so I said, Daddy, why don't you come hang with me? I had a yacht called the Sea Pimp. I used to roll this. I had a yacht, my own yacht called the Sea Pimp. And so I took my daddy on my yacht. He said, this is the best birthday I ever had, because I had babes. We was rolling, and I had to do Jamie Foxx. I said, Dad, why don't you come check me out? You haven't seen me. And so he said, okay, and he came, and that's why I acted a fool. That's why I showed out. I said, let me show my daddy what I can do, how funny I can be. And that was the first time him seeing me perform. It was at that thing.
Man, ain't that crazy how we, no matter how old we get, we still want to make our parents proud. We still want to we get a little excited when they show up and watch us do our thing.
Hell yes, because he had never seen me. He didn't know. Here I am, we battling, I'm buying him cars and shit. He ain't driving them.
Right.
He a black man. I think he was, proud of, he was a black man. So, I was saying, here I am, I'm somebody, man. I made it, bro. It was very difficult because here I had to come back to the hood. Here I'm famous. I'm international famous. Shit, I go to Africa, they know me. I come back to 73rd Avenue. And, I'm trying to hang with my homies and my daddy. What's up, daddy? I bought him a car. He wouldn't even drive the motherfucker. Paid cash. He wouldn't even buy it. I was like, man, I was going to take it back. My mother said, don't you take that car back. You just leave it there. Let him deal with it. Leave that car. Put them keys down. Put them keys down. I was like, fuck that nigga. Nigga ain't driving the motherfucker. I said, yeah, he doing his way. Leave him alone. And so I was like, man, what the fuck? About your new car, nigga didn't buy that, drive that motherfucker for 2 years and shit. I'm like, nigga, what's wrong with you, man?
Did he ever tell you that he was proud of you?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, nah. My mama.
Did you anticipate that, hearing that someday?
No, because I had to, I never even thought of that. We never had no conversations like that. you know.
Did you ever feel that he was proud of you?
Oh, definitely. Of course he was proud of me. Yeah, I knew he was proud of me in his own way. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. He was definitely proud. Here I am. I became Mr. Cooper. Here I am, a Ghetto Boy, became the biggest international star. You know, I mean, you know, I did it right. And, you know, so they were proud. Mom was really proud. She was really proud, you know. And I'm sure Pops was too. Because we hung out, you know, we hung out later. You know, like I went to a club with him and, you know, like when I brought him up to L.A., I left some babes. You know, some babes, you know, I said, take care of my daddy, you know. He drinking Tanqueray, you know, so first time he ever had espresso was with me. Well, that coffee, that was some powerful coffee. I stayed up all night. I don't know what that stuff was. Yeah, so me and Jamie Foxx took my daddy out for his birthday. So that was one of the greatest times of my life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Talk about Jamie, man. What kind of guy is Jamie?
I don't talk about other dudes. He beautiful people. They all rich. He a good guy.
Yeah.
He a good guy. And they all good guys.
I remember Jamie from Birdland. I used to fly to Birdland on the weekends when I wasn't working. Birdland was a comedy club in Long Beach.
Oh, yeah. I used to perform there.
Yeah, so D.L. Hughley used to host.
Yeah, I remember Birdland.
I remember Jamie's first jokes.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But that spot right there, that I think was the last great, especially black comedy club in the L.A. area.
Yeah.
Birdland. You go there, and the competition was so fierce.
Yeah, exactly.
The hecklers.
Yeah.
The hecklers could have done 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, because I would go in there and kill Birdland. Let me tell you about Birdland. I would leave my job at Pay and Save in Oakland, leave my job at 3 o'clock, get off, drive to L.A. 5 hours, get to Birdland about 7, 8 o'clock, perform, go to the Comedy Store, and be back at work Monday. When I did Birdland, I was still working at Pay and Save
drugstore. You got to be committed to that thing, man.
Yeah.
At what point do you get the comedy bug?
When?
Yeah.
Well, I went to go see Richard Pryor in 1975, 76, and I still have the ticket stub. See, I collect everything. I still have the ticket stub. You hear me?
Do you consider yourself a hoarder?
No, just
all your stuff is organized and everything.
No,
you got too much stuff.
Nah, yeah, I just believe in keeping things.
Yeah.
You know, we just keep things. I believe in keeping things, and these things become pieces in your life. Just for example, I kept this ticket stub to Richard Pryor in 1976. I couldn't go. I wanted to go see Richard Pryor. I remember my sister boyfriend let me put on, that's when they had the pimp hats. I was already about 6'2", had on some platforms and a pimp hat. You had to be 18 and over. I think I was about 13. I walked in to go see Richard Pryor. True shit. Because we went in a white Suicide Continental. He had a Steve had a Continental Suicide Doors, white, with blue interior. I remember the car. So we rode up to see Richard Pryor, and that changed my life. I knew what I wanted to do.
You were 13?
Yeah, about 14, 15. I couldn't get in.
So I heard that you was practicing at this drugstore you used to work at.
Yes, I did.
You was practicing your comedy on the
customers. I would do that.
And
they
became some of your first fans.
Yeah, because I would walk up to people and I would just try you a joke. Say, for example, you say, well, where's your toaster? And I would just say the joke. I would say something like, what was the joke? I saw a girl hair weave who it got froze. She had to put it in the microwave. And if you laugh right then, I had a pass. So that worked.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was testing, because I had no place to test the jokes out. I had to be on stage that night. I'm working. I had to be on stage that night, so I had a pad. So I would try, I remember writing jokes. The pimp kit, I remember I wrote, you need the dope dealer kit. You need a gold chain. I remember I wrote it right as I was working. I would write all that, and then I would perform it. And I would try it on unsuspecting customers, but I wouldn't say this is a joke. I would just say it.
Right.
And they were like, they laughed. That's true story.
How long did you work there?
I worked there, boy. That's a good question. Maybe about 7 years. I thought that was my career. I remember I was about 27, 25. I was like, damn, man, I didn't make it in life. I'm working at Pay and Save drugstore. Fuck. I'm not gonna own a house by the time I'm 30. I remember distinctly saying that. I said, fuck, I'm not going to make it. I didn't make it in life. Fuck, here I am working at this place. And that's true. I remember thinking that.
And then right at 30, you get your first movie role, right? You get the Talking Dirty After Dark. Is that when that came?
No. First I moved to L.A. and then I get an HBO special.
You got an HBO special
HBO special. I'm in my apartment in Los Angeles with no furniture in my apartment. And the only thing I had was a phone. And the phone rang. It was HBO. I'm like, who? HBO, we gonna give you a special. What? A special? What the fuck? I thought it was some fake shit. I didn't think it was real. And I just moved to L.A. HBO special? Are you
and where were you working out at that time?
I had just moved to L.A. I just quit my job, and I just moved to L.A. I had gigs on the road. I was making $1,500 a week.
So you didn't have a residency there?
No, I had $1,500 a week on the road. I walked into the man and said, look, he said, how much money you want to make? I said, I want to make $100,000. He said, I thought it was a lot of money. I said, I want to make $100,000. He said, done, easy. And they put me on the road. I was making $1,500 a week. How many gigs you want? I said, give them all. How much, nigga? I don't need to stay at home. And so I stayed on the road for and in my apartment, 620 South Gramercy. I'm in that apartment. See, I was a fly comedian. I came from Oakland. Nigga, I'm fly. Them motherfuckers living raggedy and shit, raggedy cars. Nigga, I don't do that. Nigga, I'm fly, boy. I had me a nice 87 Dodge Raider sunroof. I had furniture and shit. So when I moved, dudes had all these raggedy. I said, nigga, I ain't moving in this raggedy ass shit. I moved into a cold ass 620 South Grand. It was brand new. It was fly. And I had the best apartment of anybody. I don't give a fuck what you say. I was fly, nigga. I came from money. I had money. I stayed working at Pay and Stave, so I had cash. I wasn't, them niggas would be just comedians out there doing anything. I said, nah, nigga, I ain't doing that. I'm fly, my friend. When I came here, I had an apartment full of furniture because we stole everything. We went to the retail center, and me and my brother when I moved in my apartment, it was furnished. And bam, I had a mover come in, and 620 South Gramercy, I wanted to say that because my apartment was fly. They all would come over and look at my apartment. Jamie Foxx moves in to my apartment. Then Chris Tucker moves into my apartment.
Your apartment complex.
My apartment complex.
Yeah,
my apartment complex.
Right.
I'll let you know, I'm the first G.
Yeah.
They moved in with my shit. I remember that. Yeah. So and Clifton Powell.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Clifton, man.
Yeah, Clifton Powell moved in. I remember I rolled up and first this is LA for you, and Pam Grier walks by my apartment. I said, fuck, that's fucking Pam Grier. It was Pam Grier. I think about it was Pam Grier. Lived around the corner, and next, I know she walked by. It was Pam Grier. I would see her all the time. And I would play ball with El DeBarge and they brothers who lived behind me.
What was this, North Hollywood?
It's 620 South Gramercy Place. No, this was...
That's not North...
It's not North Hollywood, but...
Because that's where a lot of the implants come.
Yeah.
As soon as the people get there, they go to North. Everybody moved to North Hollywood.
I was the first black dude in North Hollywood in the 90s. When I moved, the reason I moved to the Valley because of Bob Hope. Because I'm a veteran. I did a show with Bob Hope, and we did a Christmas show. And so Bob Hope loved comedians, so he was talking to me. And he was spitting game to him. I said, Bob, where should I live? He said, live in the Valley. I said, why? And that's why I bought a house in the Valley. Bob Hope. And
we'll finish.
And it was Denzel. I just want to tell you all these stories. Denzel, when I first bought a house, I said to the lady, what street Denzel live on? Give me a house on that street. That's true shit. That's why I bought my house. I ain't lying.
You had that arrogance, like in a good way though. It was like it's that motivating arrogance.
Yeah. I never told Denzel that.
Yeah.
I got to tell Denzel that. They asked me, I said, what street Denzel live on? I said, give me a house on that street.
Yeah.
And I went and bought that house.
Man, that's cool as hell.
That's
cool.
Shit. That's true. I never told him that.
Okay.
I never told him that.
Okay. Which came first, Talking Dirty After Dark with Martin Lawrence or Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Talking Dirty After Dark.
Talking Dirty, right? That came first. Okay.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
So when you do Hanging with Mr. Cooper, when you get that gig, you're what, 30, 31?
Yeah, something like that. I had this when I got Mr. Cooper. This was what I had. I had in living color. I had a contract on the table as a player. I could have signed in living color. Wanted me.
Okay.
Rokina said, "We want to sign you." Mr. Cooper wanted to sign me. I had another sitcom I could have did on NBC where I think Kim whatever her name is.
Whitley.
No, not Kim Whitley, but Kim Coles. And then I had Sh00tings at the Apollo. I was hosting Sh00tings at the Apollo too. So it was either, people don't realize this, it was either in living color or Mr. Cooper. So here I am on the weekend sitting with 2 fucking contracts in there like a boss and shit, saying, nigga, what you want to do? You want to do Mr. Cooper or you want to do in living color? Living color was on fire because I was on tour with Damon Wayans at the time.
Yeah.
And they loved me and they offered that to me.
And living color is already, like you say, it's on fire. Mr.
fire.
Cooper, you don't know if it's going to get.
Well, my thing, I wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
I didn't want to work for nobody. I had to work for Keenan. And I did warm up for it in living color, so I knew how that worked. In living color, I would have destroyed it. It would have been incredible. It would have been incredible. But I said, I want my own show. It was a very hard decision. Trust me, I almost went with living color.
And to this, so
people don't. We're doing this thing. Really, people don't know this. It's the first time me ever saying this shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't tell my game. I don't tell my game to all these lame motherfuckers. Shit, talking all that bullshit to them weird motherfuckers. I ain't into that. You know what I mean?
To this day, do you think that you made the right decision?
Mm-hmm.
You never had regrets?
Mr. Cooper?
Yeah.
Shit, we went international, baby.
Yeah.
I went international in this motherfucker. No matter what country I go to in the world, they know me.
Yeah, that was the move because Living Color had an ensemble cast, and a lot of those guys they did well by being on those shows doing those sketches and things.
Yeah.
But Mr. Cooper was Mark.
Right.
It was Mark Curry's show.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. And that show is capsulated for the rest of eternity.
Yes.
And that's your thing.
Right.
You know, if you look at Living Color, you think that's Kenning's thing.
That's Keenan's thing.
Yeah, right. So absolutely, great call, man. You've played a number of, I would say, pure roles or innocent roles or these roles where you have these beloved characters like on ABC and.
Well, the reason I did that, let me. When you say pure, I just didn't do buffoonery.
Right.
I told these niggas I don't do buffoonery. I'm an educated black man, so therefore you will not put me in that mode. So people think that's why I had problems with comedy, because they thought I was, I said, no, nigga, I'm not the nigga be jumping around and saying cliche. I'm not, that ain't me. I'm going to give it to you, but that's not going to be me. So it made it look like it was pure, but I came through educated, Sidney Poitier style. And they wanted niggas to be jumping up. That's why I never won an NAACP award. Because I wasn't buffoonish enough for these motherfuckers? What? You don't think I should have won an NAACP award? God damn. But I ain't going to ask you for it. I ain't going to beg you for it. And I ain't going to bitch because you ain't going to give me one. Because I knew what I did. I know I represented Black America profoundly in those 5 years. If you look at my show, I'm the only motherfucker with a laptop. Look at the beginning of my shows. In the beginning, dun, 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 I'm reading a Black history book. Look at those signs. Just look at the beginning of Mr. Cooper and seeing what he was doing. Because they would throw me a basketball. I said, nah, throw me a computer, motherfucker. Huh? They went, what? Would the character have a computer? Yeah, the nigga got a computer. That's the kind of arguments I would. Yeah, he got a fucking computer. Hand me that fucking computer right there. Well, we got to cut up the logo. Give me this fucking computer. Start this shit. Let's go. That's how I had to deal with it. They didn't want me to have a computer. They wanted me to have a basketball. They wanted me to lust after every woman that came on, every woman. No. I'm not going to do that.
So what I guess a more appropriate word would be wholesome.
I jammed him up about that.
So wholesome. Yes. Wholesome, because those characters that character was a wholesome character. Yes. The same thing when you did that show on Nick at Night. What was that show that you did on Nick?
I don't even know. I did so many, sir.
You did 3 episodes, 3 seasons.
I don't know.
Come on, man. You know, all right, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Which one? What did it look like? What did I do on it?
What was it? I remember you being on the show on.
It was. What did I do on the show? I did a lot of shows. Was it a kid show?
It was a kid show. It was on Nick at Night.
I was on there. I don't know, sir. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say. It could have been.
Okay. Well, my
family reunion.
Well, my point is that have you ever been like conflicted in how you move in life, in your personal life, versus how you're presented when you play those wholesome characters, where people have certain expectations of you to be one way, and you feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to, fall back because these people are gonna try to cancel me.
Fall back,
not, where you might have a situation where, somebody get out of line and you want to check them, you want to say something crazy
public,
or whatever.
I don't understand.
In public or any, because when you played Mr. Cooper,
right,
that was a very wholesome role, and you had a lot riding on that. That was your show.
Right.
If you go, everything goes. Everybody, nobody can work.
Yes.
If you can't work, nobody. When you don't eat, nobody eats.
Right.
And so, did you ever feel an added burden?
Definitely.
To make sure that you didn't do anything out of pocket to jeopardize the bag.
Definitely. Well, I was the bag, so I knew that in Hollywood, I'm a ghetto boy, so this is my first time in Hollywood looking at these people, and so I could only go by how you treat me. I'm gonna treat you. I could only see, so I didn't know what to do. So I looked at the bag and I looked and said, okay, how are we gonna do this bag? What's our goal here? Our goal is 5 years. A lot of shows didn't make it. So what's our goal? What we got to do? Who I need to meet? I knew the top. I was with the top dudes. When I say the top, I was with the top guys, and I knew them. I knew them on a personal basis, and so I knew what to do. I knew what not to do. I knew, as far as character off screen was difficult, because here I am, you in L.A. In L.A. and you popular, so it's hard to be off the grid. Then you go back to Oakland, you're like, oh man, I don't think I need to be in this situation right here. So it was very difficult. Then I was Mr. Cooper, beloved, almost like Barney. I was almost like Barney for the kids. So I go somewhere, little kids come up to me. And so then my material changed. It kind of threw me off, my rhythms of comedy, because Mr. Cooper talking like that, and so it threw me off. It really threw me off to be that humanitarian, to be that guy, because I was a raw comedian first. And then they gave me this, and it worked. And I saw the humanity in it, where I knew I was special when I went to Children's Hospital and I made children happy. I said, you blessed, bro. These little kids that have diseases, that messed up, and just the humanity to walk in there and to feel the power that made them smile. I said, man, you blessed, bro. You blessed. And so, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it was a huge pressure. It's still to this day. You go meet Mr. Cooper, I got to be on 24 hours. Me and Crockett, we walking around, we got to be on 24 hours. No matter where I go. We went to Starbucks, we talked to 83 people in there. But if I wouldn't have been mean, it would have been fucked up. It would have hurt them. Imagine you meet a big celebrity, Jamie Foxx or somebody, how you doing? Man, fuck, get out of here, man. It'll hurt you. So that's why I feel the burden. I'm carrying a burden, not the burden, but on my back I'm carrying it. I have to the Lord bless me to make people smile. We made all those people in Starbucks feel good by just saying, hey, girl, what you doing? Hey, what's your name? Ha, ha, ha. It just took them to a different humanity, and I know I'm blessed like that. And it's an incredible feeling to know that. You know it too. You're famous. Come on. You go out, people meet you in Houston there. Damn, man, never met you, brother. Whatever. It means a lot to them that you're nice to them or whatever, So it's a hell of a burden. Yes.
I was in line at a Walmart.
Right.
Years ago. And I'm standing behind this guy who's getting checked out. I'm next in line. And I get greeted by the cashier, and I return the greeting, and dude, snap. He looked back real quick. He said, "Yo, Willie D."
Yeah.
Oh, and his girl is freaking out. What's going on? You know?
Right.
And he's like, "Baby, that's Willie D.
Right.
Ghetto Boys, the mean one."
Right.
He say that's the
mean one.
I'm like, I ain't the mean one. Scarface and Bushwick, them motherfuckers are the mean ones.
Scarface a little bit meaner.
Yeah, I'm like, they're the mean ones. So I understand, that image that you have.
Come on, you had
how
it before
that
me.
image projects,
You were famous before me.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, you were famous to me.
Yeah.
I went and saw you perform at the Oakland Coliseum, the Richmond. I saw you guys perform.
Yeah. I remember that show.
Yeah, I went because we shot some pistols off. No, I'm just, but no.
Somebody shot some pistols off just for the show. Yeah.
But so you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know the burden. It's not a burden. I don't.
Well, it's a blessing and a burden, really, to be honest. I think
it's not a burden. We can't say it's a burden because we're blessed. It's not a burden.
No, that's what people want. That's the politically correct thing to say. But fuck that. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
it's a blessing and a burden.
It is.
But more of a blessing. Because the alternative is not something that either of us would want.
Exactly. So it ain't a burden. We ain't saying ain't no burdens.
Well, a burden is just something that
we're just famous people, brother.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. You famous. You famous. You famous. You don't think you famous?
Yeah.
You famous. How you think you don't think you famous?
Yeah. But I'm just saying that
we famous. We made it.
I'm just saying, we did, and I do feel blessed, to be able to follow my dreams, and have set these goals and then see them come to fruition.
Well, let me ask you a question. How did it feel when you first heard your music on the? What was your? When you guys first heard it on the air or something?
Yeah, it was just like it is in the movies. Every time, how they show every time they have a biopic and they show the group, singing or whatever, or rapping, and the music come on the radio for the first time, everybody goes, "Hey, they playing that music on the radio!" Ah!
Really?
Yeah, it's like that. It's
wow.
It's a beautiful.
What was the first song
something.
on the radio?
The first song that I've ever heard them play was a song called "No Sellout" that we had on the first album.
Okay.
But when it got crazy, it was the Mind Playing Tricks.
Yes. That was crazy.
That was the big one. That was that shut everything down.
Shut everything down.
Oh man, that shut everything down. I knew that song was going to be big. I knew it was big when we went to Stevie Wonder's radio station in Los Angeles, and the staff was there at the station at 5 a.m. They wasn't supposed to be there till like 8 or 9. They were there at 5 a.m. for our interview. Wow. And they had their family members and stuff. I'm talking about old people, young people.
Wow.
They were out there. Everybody wanted autographs and they wanted pictures and stuff. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Me and Bushwick Bill, we did a video. I don't know if you ever saw it on my Instagram.
I don't think so.
We did one of the greatest video, and he was. I gotta find it because he would just riff. We were at a comedy club, and we were just riffing. And I said to him, "Tell me about the meaning of life, my brother." And we riffed something, and it was incredible. Yeah, and I have that.
Yeah, Bill was a very, very intelligent dude.
Yeah, that's Houston. But Houston
he
was
knew that boy knew that Bible front to back. Like he could.
Did he?
Yeah. Say, man, you could start talking about the Bible, and he'll identify that verse like this. Just.
I didn't know that.
Just say one little piece of it, and he'll tell you exactly where it comes from. Oh, yeah, that's King James.
Really?
Fourth chapter, fifth verse, whatever. Yeah.
Well, he was deep like that because I was talking. He was at the comedy club. He was hanging out. He liked comedy. That was awesome. And he was deep like that with those little sayings, and that's deep. Because I think anyway, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I said King James. King James. Just know I'm not a Bible dude, but King James is a version. But they would say. What would they say? Something like Corinthians or...
They ain't heard that word in a long time. Corinthians, because black preachers be making it up. Let's go to Corinthians chapter 4 and page 6. And they said, no.
What do you think about posterity pastors?
What does that mean? Tell me. I'll get me in trouble.
The ones who preach money, like get to the paper.
Put it like this.
They don't really focus
If
too
I
much.
went to church with my family, and we were hungry. We didn't eat that well that morning, and wasn't that much gas in the car. And I turned the car off, and the car still because it needed a tune-up. But I had faith. And I told my family, come out. Then I see the pastor arrive by in a green Bentley, coke white interior. Dang, he get out, I could see his jewels glistening. Wow. I could see his gator shoes from there. First lady gleaming, looking good. Purse, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rob them in the name of Jesus. Sh00tings, take off the bracelet, everything. That's what I think of them.
Hey,
my family gonna eat. My family gonna eat. We may take their car too. Get out the car too.
Hey, fair exchange ain't robbery. Hey,
Right.
let's go back to 2007.
Okay.
2007. What comes to mind when you hear
I don't
that
want to
year?
talk about that.
You don't want to talk about
No, I don't go back.
Right.
I don't go back to things that shocked my mind
Yeah.
and fucked me up, and so I don't even think about that shit. No offense, but it fucked my life up and it messed me up. And it actually was a positive thing because it changed my comedy.
Yeah.
It changed who I was at that moment, and Richard Pryor is my idol, and so me and Richard Pryor went to the same thing, and so that was my channeling through Richard Pryor. That was Richard Pryor moment, and it was a bad time in my life, and people want to interview and talk. I don't talk about that bullshit.
Right.
It's hard to overcome that. I still haven't overcome it. So
Yeah.
so
Right.
that's what it is. That's what I don't even fuck with that.
I respect that.
Yeah.
You have a relationship with Bill Cosby?
No.
What about what am I trying to say? Joe Torre. You cool with Joe Torre?
Joe Torre, yeah. Oh yeah. The niggas who I don't like, they know it. You feel me? It ain't no bullshit. Yeah, I love all those guys.
Yeah.
I love Joe. Joe, Guy, all of them.
Can you talk about this joke stealing thing, man?
Well, joke stealing thing, is something. It's so many influential comedians out there. When you guys was coming up, for example, the rap game, nobody could have took your music. It wouldn't even. You guys had your own music.
Or even just the style.
Yeah,
Just
even the
trying to do
style.
like,
Yeah, even too short,
cadence.
and you guys were you talked about the same thing, but two different beats, two different. Didn't nobody. And so these young comedians, the people want to come on. I know I don't steal material. I write every day. I'm a G, and I like to write. And so these guys want to come in and steal your shit, and it happens so much. Just like, damn, either you got to defend yourself, or you got to let the nigga know that you're gonna step to him, and I take it personal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step to you. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna step to you, bitch. If you stealing my shit, fuck you and your family. That's what I ain't lying. You trying to steal my shit? Fuck you.
Yeah.
And that's the way I step to you. I don't mean it had to be physical. I'm gonna step to you, and they all go. I just let motherfuckers know. And that's why I try to write different, try to write unique. They gonna steal it. Some punk ass motherfuckers gonna always steal your shit. They always got punk ass motherfuckers out here who wait for you, who sit in there and watch you, and then take pieces of your shit. I know. I don't steal motherfucking shit. I don't look at nobody else. I don't want to see nobody else. I don't look at no other comedians. I don't need to see no other comedians. There was only Richard Pryor to me. My top dogs, Katt Williams, and these dudes. Other than that, I ain't feeling you. I enjoy you, but I'm not gonna steal. And I don't even, if you going one way with, that's why I never did nothing on COVID. Because all these niggas, every nigga did something on COVID. Same writing motherfuckers.
You didn't do one COVID joke?
I had one COVID joke. I said, I like the mask, because you can talk shit to your woman. Bitch, fuck you, bitch. What'd you say? I said, I need to get rich. We need to get rich. That's the only joke I ever did. Because everybody was doing it, so I didn't concentrate,
Yeah.
I ain't had no Obama jokes. Everybody doing Obama jokes. Everybody doing the same Trump joke. Everybody doing the same. So I try to write outside the box so these dudes won't steal. But they still come. I ain't gonna say no names, but I still see my shit, pieces, come up. If I say something, they'll say it. I'm a historian. I read. I research. I Google. You tell me about any timeline in American history, I could tell you what was going on and why, what was affected, and I utilize that, in my act. So, And so you hear little words. I'll say something, cornbread, and suddenly they'll just say cornbread. A little, you know. So nothing you can do. It just I got to the point where I said, well, fuck it. You know, it's flattery, Curry. That means you the best. These little bitch ass motherfuckers stealing your shit. That means you the GOAT. They stealing your shit.
But it's one thing for a guy to steal some material from the little guy.
Yeah.
But when they try to steal from somebody with a name already, somebody who can defend themselves, who can who has a platform to get the word out and put you on blast.
That means...
Why would somebody take that risk?
Well, like the Steve Harvey thing, I think he might have been doing it just bitch move. You know, not maybe stealing my material. You know, maybe giving the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of his writers did it. But we all know whose material it is. And I think iterative motives. You know, sometimes it be a iterative motive. You know, you never know the motherfucker, he took something, I'm going to take something in here. It ain't about the money. Motherfucker got enough money. You know what I mean? So it look like you want some of me. You want to be me. So therefore, you ain't got enough money. You know, you ain't got enough money. You want to be me. So I look at it like that. That's all right, boy. I'm a G in the game, and you want to be me. You want my style. You want to see how does it feel to be me. That's why I look at it.
That's a good point that you made about the writers. I never even thought about that, but that's true. Like when you get to the level of a Steve Harvey, you have writers, and some of these guys can, steal other people's jokes and then get paid. Give those jokes to some other guy who has a larger platform and get paid for doing that.
Right.
And
but you know what he's doing. You know what you're doing.
This guy takes the joke unsuspectingly.
He knew.
But you're saying he knew.
He knew. I ain't gonna play that bullshit game. We ain't gonna play all that. But I didn't know, nigga. Yes, you did. Stop it. Stop. You want to be me. It ain't about you. May got more money, but you want to be me. You want to be as smooth as me. You want to wear clothes like me. You can't be as smooth as me, fool.
Was the joke that he told? One of the jokes that you had that was on a major platform?
On a major platform.
All the way out there?
Yes. I did the joke on Comedy Central. Okay. One of my Comedy Central specials.
Yeah.
Yes. So anything you say, I can go research it, bitch. Anything you ever told to me, nigga, I got my first HBO specials, nigga, doing that. I could go to some dude and say, you think I stole that from you? Look at my HBO special, fool. You got it from me.
Where are you right now in your career? Like, what's going on?
I'm on tour with Katt Williams, 2023 tour, best tour out. We're destroying them. It's a major tour. We're doing, big centers. Katt give me that platform, and we're destroying them. And we just crush, kill, destroy. So that's why I'm at my career. I'm a comedian. I want to be a comedian, and that's what I am. I'm a comedian first, and then I want to come out with a new sitcom. I've been thinking about that. I said, do I want to come back to TV? Do I want to do this? But it looks so lame out there. I see these shows are so lame, and I did it, once, and I retired. I said, I'm done with it. I didn't want to come back. I did it. So I said, So I'm thinking about, coming back to television.
How many hours a day were you putting in on Mr. Cooper?
10 to 5.
Yeah. Oh, so that's not that bad. 10 a.m.?
Yeah, I told them, they had me, I can't get up. I would come to work at 10:30. I said, I ain't no good. About 10:30.
Because I've heard stories of guys being in those rooms in the writers' rooms for 17 hours out of the day.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's the writers, but I was more spontaneous and quick. So you give me the script, and I put Mark Curry into the script.
And how many days a week did you practice the script?
Every day. When they pay you that much money, we went to work every day, brother. Every day. And that cry, you look back and say, damn. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, block Thursday, and shoot it Friday. They made you stay there. We could have did that in one day. I could have shot that show in one day. But they made you stay there. I used to think about that. I said, damn, they made me stay there a week. It'll take a week to shoot the show.
Yeah. Are you doing any executive producing?
Right now, no. Right now, I'm just on tour. Right now, I'm a comedian, and that's what I like to be. I like to be Richard Pryor. I just want to be out there being the funniest dude that I could possibly be, and that goes with my mental. When I'm funny, everything else, that's what my life goes. I'm a comedian, so I'm funny. I can do other things. So I'm looking at this sitcom, so I wrote it down. I have the basis of it. I will be executive producer, so when I push this sitcom out, if I want to do that, I'm going to figure, do I want to do that? Do I want to do a sitcom? Do I want to go back and do this? I already made history. Do you want to do it again? Do you, do you want to do movies? Movies you can't just do movies like it used to be. So sitcom, maybe I'll come back and do a sitcom and shock the world, because what I see out is not, I don't see anything funny. I don't watch no show. Me and Martin was funny. I used to watch Martin and die. And I don't see anything like that. I don't see funny shows, like Mr. Cooper. Or I don't see that. So I would love maybe to come back and, maybe.
Yeah.
Come maybe be fun.
Yeah, the funny stuff is few and far between when you watch these comedy shows now, these sitcoms.
They're terrible.
You watch these sitcoms, the jokes, the real jokes, jokey stuff, like that Martin and Cooper, back to back to back.
Because we were comedians and we would put that influence into the scripts. They would give us basic scripts and me and Martin would take it up to another level. These people get the scripts and they just read hey, let's get some coffee, honey. What about pizza? You don't like pizza? And they read them lines like, oh my God. See, when they gave me them lines like pizza, I said, Dad, put some cornbread on that pizza. Let's do this. And then, add a little ooh to it.
They ever try to make you wear a dress?
I did wear a dress one time. Only reason I did it, one time. Only reason I did it. Only reason. I told them I'd never wear a dress. But it was with Sherman Hemsley.
And what was the situation?
The situation was, Sherman Hemsley was a landlord or something, and so I had to dress up as a woman to convince him. And it was a funny scene, so I said, now I don't do dresses, homie. But I said, with Sherman Hemsley, I'll do it.
Do you regret doing it?
No, because it was with Sherman Hemsley. He was a legend. And I said, if I could do something funny with him, and I had to beat him off of me. It was hella funny. And so I didn't regret it. That's the only time I did that. Only time. And I got a story for the dress story, gonna really blow your mind. Joanna Man. Remember the show, the movie Joanna Man?
Yeah.
I was up. It was my movie. It was between me and Miguel Nunez.
Right.
They said, we like you. It's between you and him. So we sitting in there in the makeup room. They said, this audition. Okay, here we go. We got to save your eyebrows. I said, what? I said, no, you ain't saving my motherfucking eyebrows. I said, nah, we ain't doing that. Miguel Nunez said, I'll do it. He saved his eyebrows, got the part.
Yeah.
I said, nah. I told him, motherfuckers, nah, I ain't shaving my eyebrows, and I ain't got the part. Nigga, you out of your motherfucking mind, you weird freaks.
Do you think there's an agenda to emasculate black men
definitely.
in Hollywood?
Definitely. You've seen it. You've seen it, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you look at the movie Panther. The movie came out, was incredible, powerful. Shit. That movie was the most incredible movie ever. Look, the second one that came out, it wasn't even a black man in the movie. What? You don't think that's imagery? Come on now. That was the most powerful movie you ever seen. A black man vibrating. Damn, what is this? Why you think Avatar came out and it stretched 3 hours? That nigga said, I'm gonna put another hour on Avatar so we can blow this shit out. This shit is too powerful. What the fuck is beautiful? Black man, these powerful people, black powerful, come out the next movie, ain't no dudes in the motherfucking movie. What? Yes, come on.
Okay, so having said that, why would you allow them to do the dress scene? Why would you do the dress scene if you know there's an agenda to, emasculate black men? Why would you get him any ammunition?
Because you can't. I had a Teflon vest on because I showed my masculinity. I showed who I was, and the reason I had the dress on, I wanted to work with Sherman Hemsley. I thought it would be. I loved him, and he was physical, and he was trying to attack me, and so we was fighting. I said that's funny to me. And when I went in to do that scene, I remember we got into it with the network because they wanted full makeup. Me and the makeup dude, I put the wig on. He said, I said, that's all right, nigga. They ain't doing all that shit. He said, I remember he got to the network, Mark, but they have to put, I said, if I'm the one putting this makeup on in the scene, I wouldn't do it right. I said, give me this goddamn. I did it my own self. They were fucking mad as shit. I remember that. They wanted to make me up like as a lady. I was like, nah. And if you look at, I did the wig like this. Let's go. And it pissed them off. But so I did it my way. I did it my way. So it didn't hurt me in any type of way.
If you could give Hollywood a different name, or just a different name, give Hollywood a different name other than weird, what would it be?
Money Tree.
Money Tree.
Money Tree, baby. Everybody trying to climb that tree to get them that money. Pushing everybody down, deceit. You know, they will kill you. You go to Hollywood, that's where you find the devil, because that's deceit. Motherfucker, everybody is deceit. Everybody wants something. Everybody will turn you in. Everybody will knife you, you know, stab you in the back. Everybody talking shit behind your back. Everybody want to see you fail. It's you know, it's a world that's incredible. You know, it's an incredible world. You know.
Do you feel like?
But it's a beautiful world.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you. I thank you for it. We love you. I love you, Hollywood. Thank you.
Do you feel like the people, the fans, the industry, have given you what you've given them?
Yes. I think I get respect wherever I go because I've given the people respect. Time I put out a product, my product is just like Coca-Cola. You know my motherfucking brand. My brand is good, just like Blue Magic. My shit is certified. When you say Mark Curry, you know what you're going to get because I gave them products. Everything I served you has been. You didn't have to step on my shit. My shit is good. Every time I give you my shit is 100%. Every time you ever seen me do any motherfucking thing, it's 100%. And I've been real, I ain't fake, and people see that, and I think, and they see it, and they give me my props, and that's all I want.
When you're hanging out with guys who you really ain't never hung out with before, sometimes it might be business associates or whatever. And
I don't hang out with niggas I don't know.
Well, you be around people from time to
I don't
time.
hang around with
You got to meet new people, man. Come
on.
You meet new people.
I meet new people.
When you meet new people and they're around you, when new people are around you, are they expecting Mark Curry, like when you're not in the mood to be jokey,
right.
And does it get annoying when people want you to be jokey when you're being serious?
Well, no, I mean it's part of who you are. It's part, dealing with people. That's what I'm saying. I don't deal with new people. You set the tone. I think you set the tone by how you approach. I always approach somebody with a joke just to break it and say, what's happening, man? And the motherfucker try to get serious. What are you talking about? I don't hear that, say that bullshit. I let motherfuckers know I don't hear that bullshit right now. I don't give a fuck who in the fuck you are. Nigga, we ain't doing that right now, nigga.
Right.
Nigga get mad, nigga, then that's your business. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck out my face. We ain't doing that, nigga. What up, man? I know you want to, I always say to people, you want to take a picture, man? Because it means a lot. Come on, let's get this picture, man. All right, what you trying to do, player? You got a business card? Well, let's talk about. We ain't talking about that now. I'm trying to get some bitches, nigga. We ain't doing that right now. Give me your card. Let's step away, nigga.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it.
Get off my dick.
No, not like that. But it ain't appropriate. Give me your business card, nigga. What you doing? We ain't handling business now, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at these hoes right here. What you doing? Huh? Who are you? I always say to motherfucker, breaking, where you from? I always say that to motherfucker. They bother me. Where you from, nigga? You from where? Because I know every hood. So where you from? I just like to see where you from.
Man, you've been moving around in Houston, man. I've seen you out, you've been enjoying yourself.
That's right, baby. You got to move inside. I'm with Mr. Crockett,
Yeah.
So we I'm with Crockett. So we in the Maybach.
Y'all pulling up I'm seeing y'all pulling up in the black Maybach.
Yeah, we pulled up. We saw you pull up. Yeah. We saw you pull up in your Maserati. He had a wrap lime green Maserati. I said, okay, orange wheels. I said, you doing too much. That's right. But I like to move. I like to be out. That as a celebrity, a lot of times we don't get a chance to get out. But I'm the one who I like to get out and see. Keeps me. I'm in my 60s. I like to know what's going on. So if I'm on stage, I want to know what the youngsters talking about. I don't want to be on stage. Well, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes was a good group, and you know what, people. I want to be able to say, hey, I want to, where your slab? What color is your slab? I might get my slab wrapped in lime green. Throw them elbows on that baby. Go spin that shit like wide.
Man, what's up with you assaulting these sneakers, man, on your IG? What's up with that, man?
Well, you got to wake the shoes up, baby. The real Mark Curry Instagram, you got to wait. When I get a brand new pair of tennis shoes, I get them, I throw them. You got to wake them up. Yeah. Wake them up. That's my new thing.
I was like, man, you be throwing those sneakers hard, man. I thought you were going to knock a hole in the wall.
I did one time. I threw that motherfucker up. I just like to, that's what I do. I have rituals. All my bottles, if you see me, I take my knife and I cut the label off. Mm-hmm. I do it for Robin Williams because Robin Williams passed, and he had a special where he had all the labels off on his comedy special. So every time I do a bottle, I take the label off for Robin Williams, represent Robin Williams.
Man, salute to Robin Williams, one of the greatest. One of the greatest. That was my dude there.
I saw him at Tour de France twice. He was a bicyclist. I was a bicyclist. And I saw him at Tour de France twice. Yeah. Robin Williams, yep. True story.
Other than Robin Williams, are there any, like, comedians that are no longer with us, besides, I know how you feel about Richard, but other than Richard and Robert, that when they died, you was like, it kind of set you back? John Witherspoon, good guy. He was a good guy. We lost so many comedians, I think, in this last year. It seemed like we just lost like six comedians. And, we're a fraternal order, comedians. So when one of us goes, it's like, wow, man, look at our body of work. So, when my guys die, it means a lot to me, because I'd been knowing them for so many years, and so it makes you think about life, That's why I take each stage time and Richard Pryor, try to kill it, because you never know when it's your last. Yeah. When it's time for you to go and you ain't got no more, how does Mark Curry want to be remembered?
Your legacy is all you leave. So you want to be remembered as a very funny guy, as a very nice guy. You want to be able to leave some materialistic things, maybe a building with your name on it, a street with your name on it. Maybe I'm going to get a Walk of Fame before I die. And so I'm going to make sure I leave my legacy so my kids can see it and leave them a legacy. My company name is in their name, so when I die, they get my company. They get all my, tapes and everything, so you can do what you want with it. So I just want to be, you just want to go out and, you just want to live a good life. And, you want to be a good, happy life. And that's the main thing. And for me, I want to be funny. That's my life. I want to be funny. I want to be that funny dude. These guys go until they're 80 doing stand-up. I'm 60. If I could do stand-up for 20 more years, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I would like that. Dick Gregory.
Well, we're definitely happy, man, that you came and blessed the podcast and gave the people the information and instructions that they need to navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world, man.
And I'm on tour with Katt Williams, baby. I want to let them know that. 2023, look it up.
Go check out Mark Curry, fam. One of the best to ever do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. No more talk.
That's right. That's what we do.
Over here. Now he's killing
the cup.
This is how you kill a cup.
That's how you kill a cup. Thank you.
That's a wrap.